Huh?
I don't want to hear about this. I want to stop the conversation.
What do you want him to say and do?
I want him to open up the conversation.
And say what?
Which is what he is doing.
Say what?
So he needs to open that conversation not only in this country...
So you keep saying, and
not
say
only
what?
in this country, but also in the countries that have been impacted by colonialism in their history.
I am asking...
And
I'm sounding a bit robotic. Let's just start again. What would you like him to say and do?
You better answer the fucking question.
I would like...
What's this conversation you want?
I would like him actually, first of all, to listen.
To what?
Listen to what is being said.
What don't you think he knows about the history of his country?
I don't know.
So you want a conversation, but you've no idea what it's going to be about.
I don't know what he knows. Isn't that the point?
But the whole point is he can't say what you really want him to say, which is sorry.
Are you serious?
Because he's a head of state and he's a representative, and unless the government gifts him that power to say sorry, he actually can't say it.
Hence, we
because
have
we're a
profound
constitutional
regret.
monarchy. Yes.
But it's all just measly, pointless words.
No.
To who?
You make your money with measly, pointless words.
How is it going to... Sorry, explain to me. How is this going to change the lives of a single person today? The king of his country is saying that hundreds of years ago, something we knew existed, an evil called slavery, was...
Nice.
terrible. And by the way, not just here, all around the world. And there were black slave owners too, right? I don't see anyone demanding apologies from their ancestors, right? And everyone knows it's evil. Everyone knows it was terrible. Everyone knows the British Empire was...
Stop it.
Europeans
also great in many ways too.
During the slave
Here's
industry.
my point.
We know that as well.
How does it help anybody today? To have people grovelling and apologising and saying, here's some money. What's he going to do with the people today?
Are you serious?
I don't think there are any dignitaries asking for grovelling apologies. I don't think there are any people who are still...
You don't seem to know what you want.
Who are still impacted today by the effects of colonialism, asking for grovelling...
What do you want Charles to do?
You better answer the fucking question.
Grovelling apologies.
I keep asking you, I haven't got an
answer.
answer.
You talk about history of 100 years, but you know that reparations
you want King Charles to do and say something, but you have no idea what it is.
I want him to have a cup of tea with Prince Harry.
You want
Are you serious?
conversation with him.
What do you want?
What do you want? A cup of tea, a sandwich? What do you want?
A cup of tea with Prince Harry.
You
That's what I
literally can't
wanted.
answer me.
You can have a truth and reconciliation. You could have a truth and
Fine, I'm
reconciliation.
going to ask you one more time. I'll give you one more chance.
Do you know what a truth and reconciliation is?
I do. What do you want?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Then let's hold a truth and reconciliation.
What do you want him to say?
Let's hold a truth and reconciliation. Let's start the process of listening. And from that listening process, then we will hear what he has to say.
Yeah, boy.
Could maybe apply to his own family as well.
He could put some money out. He could sell a couple of
You've literally, Paula, with great respect, you've literally just spent 10 minutes saying absolutely nothing.
I mean, I haven't. It's because
and then you suddenly remember truth and reconciliation. Thought, that gets me off the rack. I was going to say what I actually want all him to do.
2015, we finished paying slave owners. We finished compensating slave owners in 2015. Woo! Not hundreds of years ago. I'm uncomfortable about that. Let's have this truth and reconciliation. Let's talk about reparations.
Okay, go to Kinsey for the final word, because America's ahead of us on this, of course. So places like San Francisco, they want to give millions and millions of dollars to everybody who ever had an ancestor who was involved in slavery, which seems to me completely ridiculous. What's your view?
I was just sitting here thinking, why?
Wait for it.
Why is the advice, let's just look forward, let's move forward when it's Harry and Meghan and we're talking about their past discretions. But when it's something like this,
bingo.
I understand.
Bingo,
I understand what
yes.
Piers is saying.
All look forward for Meghan and Harry, leave all the nasty stuff behind us, but with the rest of them, back we go, as long as it takes to have a stick to beat them with.
But it's not comparing like with like, because one are an institution of state and they represent Britain and our history for better or for worse, and the other are a pair who tripped off into the sunset with a couple of tiaras and some titles.
Why would King Charles saying, I'm really sorry and here's some money, make any difference to people today? They had nothing to do with the slavery years because they're not 300 years old.
I've always advocated for reconciliation.
Are you serious?
For Harry, for King Charles and for William. Always advocated that in the same way that I advocate the reconciliation.
You want to have a conversation, but you have no idea what it's going to be about. Other than it's going to make you
Let's
feel...
open the floor.
It's apparently going to make...
open the floor.
It's going to... And I want a reconciliation conversation with the Vikings and with the Romans, right? I want Nordic
Did you
leaders
finish paying
grovelling and apologising. I want
Did you
Italian
finish paying
prime ministers
compensation to them in
recompensing
2015?
me for
Here it comes.
the land my ancestors
Piers.
lost in the north of England
Did you
from the
finish-
rampaging Romans.
Did you finish paying compensation to them in 2015?
Did
for
I?
loss? Yes.
What have I got to do with it?
I did. I was a
Paula, I know you think otherwise.
Nice.
I had nothing
You were
to do
a
with slavery.
taxpayer. We were all taxpayers and we paid.
I had nothing to do with slavery, Paula.
But yet you paid compensation to the
And by the
slave
way,
owners.
nor did you.
But I paid compensation to the slave owners.
Okay, I'm going to end this with
I
one...
didn't have a choice in
I want to
that
end on a happy note. I've worked out why Charles is so red. Can we look at the picture again? He's an Arsenal fan, right? And obviously, if we win on Sunday and Manchester City lose, we become Premier League champions, first time in 20 years. It is a nod to Arsenal Football Club. God bless you, Your Majesty. Thank you. I've got to leave it there.
And
Thank
we
you,
do wish
Kinsey,
him well. We
in LA.
definitely
Thank
wish
you,
him
Sarah.
well.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Tessa.